I describe what's happening economically often as the slow burn. I'm often asked the question, is the economy going to collapse next month, next year, in the next decade? And I answer no. The most likely scenarios are we're going to slow burn, and that's the term that I use. And let me explain the slow burn. We have a politically managed economy where a small group of insiders have built enough of the infrastructure of control so that they can literally always harvest the outsiders for the subsidy they need to keep the system going and themselves rich. So over the last 15 years, we've tremendously centralized wealth and control of the economy into this group. And we're literally seeing the outsiders harvested. So for example, in the 90s, we adopted something called the strong dollar policy. We adopted the next round of the GATT, tariffs and trade, and created the World Trade Organization. And with those policies, we shifted trillions of dollars out of this country, some of it legally, but much of it illegally, to reinvest in the emerging markets and other areas, and literally left the broad middle class in this country high and dry, which is now what you're seeing in America is a process by which we discover that. And in Europe as well, the boomers in the first world are discovering the extent to which the rug has been pulled out from under them. And the slow burn is this process of constantly harvesting the outsiders. Another great example is inflation. We've seen, using fiat currency, the US dollar as a paper currency, we've seen tremendous debasement of the currency in a way which has really diluted the value of the average household savings and the value of their money. And so what we're watching is a way of keeping the system going, even when it's not economically efficient, that's constantly draining the outsiders. And as you drive around America or across Europe, many parts of the world, you'll see people who are just looking drained. And it's really that slow burn. They're being eaten alive by the slow burn.